UFC 306, Noche UFC, went down from the Sphere in Las Vegas, Nevada over the weekend. In the main event, it was Merab Dvalishvili getting his place on top the UFC's bantamweight division with a convincing victory over Sugar Sean O'Malley in the main event. That was the main event, but the main attraction was the Sphere. And I've said this in a couple of places now. I thought that the UFC did a great job with the Sphere. When you turn on and it's the prelims, it looked a little underwhelming. There was like scaffolding and it looked weird. It was like, man, they spent all this and this is what we're getting. And then as the night goes on, it's like, okay, well, that's pretty cool. Oh, okay, well, that's pretty cool. All right, well, that's pretty sweet. Oh, and look at this go. And it just like, okay, yeah, they put on a good show. Worth it, 100%. Don't know if they'll ever go back. I think they will. But that they put on a show worthy of that sort of a thing. And it looked different. It felt different. It was really fun for a night. As far as the fights go, and this was something I didn't cover on the instant reaction show because I didn't realize it. But like, I enjoyed this night. And then Dana White comes out and is like, yeah, I hope the people who came for the Sphere and were watching UFC for the first time because of the Sphere stopped watching before the co-main and main event. It's like, man, like I get he's Dana White and he's like going to the bros who just want like, oh man, Power Slap actually is the fastest growing sport in the world. You know, like he's going after those guys. And so I get Dana's shtick, but at the same time, like I thought that was quality mixed martial arts that we got. It was frustrating for Alexa Grasso to have that performance that she had. But I thought Merab, it was an excellent execution of a game plan, and it was putting Sean O'Malley in a place he was uncomfortable in. Did a bit more again of a thorough breakdown on the instant reaction stream that that I had before, and but quickly, Cole's notes. Merab like set him off with the takedowns. But it was actually the counterpunching of Merab early on that really, I think, flustered O'Malley because he was expecting to have, I think, a relatively big edge on the feet. And I still think he could have, but he was not anticipating those counters. And I think that really set him back in this fight and really put him off balance. So I think there's concern there for Sean O'Malley. That is the thing to approach is that, okay, you're not going to steamroll everyone. There's going to be resistance. How do you handle that resistance? And in a championship setting, he didn't handle it very well. Merab, though, recognized that, and it was just full throttle the whole way. It was an excellent performance. I thought his top control was great against a pretty skilled grappler to be able to control him in those ways and get the damage that he did, and to show enough on the feet to be able to execute the game plan. Spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Really enjoyed what Merab was able to do and really kind of just showcase the abilities that he has had for so long and now gets to the top of that mountain. And the reaction is amazing because he was saying like, look, I've always visualized like throughout this whole thing, I visualized beating Sean O'Malley. I knew I was going to beat Sean O'Malley. I never visualized this part, and there's a championship on him, and he just breaks down. That is the emotion that you love, and that is what I kind of wish Dana White would focus on a little bit more. Like, was it Chuck Vanderlei? No. Was it Griffin Bonner? No. It was a dominant performance from a guy who has worked his entire life for this, and he breaks down emotionally. I wish there would have been just a little bit, for people who tuned in for the Sphere, maybe you didn't get the most action, but you see what these fighters go through and what this means and the grind and the intensity that they have to go through to get to the highest level. And it just shows how tough this sport is and how unbelievable everything can be. And it's hats off to the effort that he put in tonight instead of, yeah, the fight sucked. You know, I wish that kind of thing would have happened. Alexa Grasso disappoints in her fight against Valentina Shevchenko. It was what we talked about on Friday, where you give Shevchenko that amount of time to download all that information and really lock in on what Grasso does well and what she doesn't do well, and to kind of figure out like, okay, this is how we're going to attack this. She's going to figure it out. The problem is there was no adjustment from Grasso. And like Shevchenko is an amazing striker and legitimately one of the best fighters to exist in women's mixed martial arts and just martial arts in general. That being said, this was not an overly complex game plan. It was in, right hook, takedown. That was it. It wasn't, oh wow, an impenetrable power double that you couldn't possibly have dealt with, or just these wild striking exchanges that put you on the mat. It's like, oh no, it's a punch and a takedown, and then it's good top control. You wish that Shevchenko could have advanced a little bit more and had a little bit maybe more urgency to create a finish in that sort of a way, but it was dominance. It was absolute dominance, and for Grasso, it was concerning that this type of a game plan would cause that much of an issue for her. Again, I couldn't stop Shevchenko from taking me down either, but I'm not the one fighting for a UFC championship. I would hope that for Grasso now to stay at this championship level, that the adjustments are made to be able to A, defend that, but B, to be able to come up with a plan B if your plan A isn't really working. And the other big story out of UFC 306 is Diego Lopes is the star. He comes out and a couple of times has Brian Ortega hurt. This was the biggest step up in competition he has had in his career, and it didn't look like it for a moment. He was excellent, and he is ready now to go into that championship sphere and make his way into that sort of a world. I think that he is ready now for another gigantic step up in competition. I think he's a future title challenger, probably before the end of the year. We're running out of time, but definitely by the end of next year. This guy's fighting for a championship.